You're rolling around. Movie. Good morning, I've just got out the shower. Welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. Oh. And I've just had a little body shower, my hair is clean. And I'm just listening to this amazing podcast. I've listened to quite a few episodes so far and I wanted to share it with you because I'm so passionate about podcasts. And actually I get most of my podcast recommendations from influencers because I know that I follow them because I enjoy their content and it's likely that I'm going to enjoy the podcasts that they listen to as well. I also get recommendations from friends too. But this podcast I think is so interesting and I think so many of you would be interested in it. It's called Be a Net Zero Hero and this podcast is part of the Be the Change series organised by One Carbon World. And it's so fascinating because you usually don't get this kind of insight into the world of sustainable development and business and what the experts are doing in different fields. So each episode basically is a different subject. And I've been able to get a little bit of a sneak peek, which is very fun. So they have different episodes for different subjects and I've listened to most of them now. I want to listen to the food and drink one today just so I can kind of give my thoughts because obviously that's my kind of area. And I listened to the one on sports, which was really, really interesting. Basically, they had experts, like sporting experts, who are going to be participating in the Olympics and what they're going to be doing to be more sustainable. And it's very interesting because I suppose it's not something that I would think about very regularly, but if you think about these huge events that take place and all the different things that we can do to be more sustainable, and it's very interesting to sort of hear their goals, their net zero goals and what they are doing. They have questions as well from schools, so they're actively sort of engaging with the younger generation and answering their questions on what can be done in schools. And there was an interesting question about like what can we do in school when it comes to sporting events, and they were suggesting things like, you know, cycling to the events, making sure that you're bringing reusables, starting up, getting involved in volunteering groups locally and in communities locally. And I just thought that was kind of a nice little touch that I enjoyed because they're trying to get young people involved and giving them that information from industry experts. It's just a very fascinating podcast to listen to if you are interested in sustainability, in business, in sustainable development, in what basically solutions we can have when it comes to the climate crisis and what the future looks like, because it's going to start with industry and individuals will come second, realistically. I know that this is a conversation that's been going on for a long time when it comes to sustainability, our involvement as individuals, but also the involvement of companies and governments. And they are the ones that are going to have to lead the way because they have such massive impact. We as individuals, obviously we can do our bit, but we are just one person. Whereas big companies and big industries like the sporting industry, like the food and drink industry, the fashion industry, they have huge parts to play. And it is very important that they have those goals in place to get to net zero. And if we listen to this, if you run a business, if you have a company, they also talk about how you can participate and basically set your goals and just report on that every year. Just say what you're going to be doing. And it's very inspiring. So I'm going to listen now to the food and drink episode, and I'll talk a little bit more about it and my thoughts. But I'll leave a link to the podcast. I think it's released now. I think it came out just a few days ago. So you can go and listen to it on Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And it's also hosted by Lucy Siegel, who is an expert. She's a journalist. I've heard of her before this. And she's an expert in climate and nature when it comes to journalism. So it's great to have a host who knows her stuff and who can have the really hard-hitting, interesting questions about all these different topics. So if you love an educational podcast and you love sustainability, please give it a listen. This is definitely one for you. I'm going to do my skincare. I've just washed my face with, I'll show you, it's actually in the shower. So we have the Galanée. They sent me this. This is their foaming facial cleanser for sensitive skin. Really rate this because I hate the stripping feeling when it comes to skincare and cleansers, and this one doesn't do that even though it's a foaming cleanser. Use my rose water morning and night. Get the neck. And then this is the Klairs Vitamin C, Pure Vitamin C. This is one of my favourite vitamin C. I also love the Biosense one. They are the ones that actually I physically can see a difference. I've used other ones where I'm a bit like, not really sure that it's doing much. But these ones are great. This one also reminds me of Brighton because that's when I first bought it. I think you can get it on iHerb as well. And I think I might have a discount code. And then I clean my teeth because I said this about my nighttime skincare. Clean my teeth, do some other things, and then I put my moisturiser on. I actually have started storing my moisturiser in my bedroom and my dressing room, so like morning and evening skincare, so that I have that time to let my serums and my actives do their thing. Highly recommend. So I'm gonna clean my teeth and then I'll put my moisturiser on when I do my makeup. Let's get listening to food and drink. I've actually listened to them in the wrong order because I really wanted to listen to the food and drink one and give my thoughts with you. So I've already listened to sports, nature and logistics and fashion. So now let's listen to the food and drink one because I'm very intrigued, because I do feel like I can gain something from this. Obviously, I'm just a person, but I do run a business that is all involved in food and drink, and I'm intrigued to hear if there's anything that I can add in to my lifestyle or even my business that the experts recommend. And you can watch it as well. If you don't want to listen, you can watch it too.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy Siegel. I am a journalist, writer and broadcaster who specialises and have operations in over progress since adopting the Paris Agreement.
10 universal principles that give them skills and knowledge to enable action around that ambition, and we seek to shape the wider environment for sustainability.
Sharing with us your amazing work. Now, I would like to invite our first guest, who will be discussing the food and drink industries and value chains, management support to encourage and expand businesses, particularly in countries of sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. Why do you think it is essential to work with your value chains when addressing your carbon footprint emissions as a business? Ed, let's start with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's essential quite simply because that's where most of the impact is. Journeys. Different levels and types of expertise. So we're all going to be helping our farmers decarbonise. And likewise, we have farmers who are sort of going in all different directions. And I think that makes a much more robust and resilient system.
Value chains, value webs. What we found with regards to our agro industries in East Africa was that about 86% of our total emissions were actually Scope 3 emissions. Set or rebalance our residual emissions within these value chains. Organization. And doing so within your value chain. So it's often covering your Scope 3 emissions.
And why is it important to support sustainable development goals when it comes to food and drink production and value chains?
We maintain our role as responsible stewards of the environment, bring it in a way that's a lot more just and equitable. And ultimately, overall, it's all done in a way that is more environmentally sustainable, where we minimize food losses and other forms of waste.
Up to half of the emissions from our food and drink around the world comes from the waste that system produces.
My makeup is done. I'm midway through listening, and this is Ed from Abel & Cole. I don't think that they deliver to us because I've heard of them before. but obviously being in Cornwall, maybe let me know if any of you are Able and Cole customers. They have, I think they basically sell organic fruit and veg boxes like Riverford. Let me see, I feel like, or maybe I've just never used them because I've always used Riverford, because Riverford is a bit more local to me. Let me see if they deliver to me. But I'm just looking at this, I'm just curious now, I'm listening. What he was just saying then was so interesting, because he was saying that they are phasing out compostable plastics from their range because they don't behave as described. He said that a lot of councils don't collect compostable plastics, so they don't get thrown away properly, or most customers don't have an effective like compost heap. He said he has like 4 of them, and even he has been mulching plastic into his garden. And I've always wondered this, whenever I receive a package that says it's compostable plastic, you're putting like a plastic bag into the compost bin. I'm like, how is that going to biodegrade? Because it feels exactly like plastic. And I have always wondered, so now I'm actually going to be cautious of that and think about what I'm doing with compostable plastics. But he is clearly an expert. He was talking basically about what they're doing within their company on a small scale, like things like insulated fridge doors, air heated heated pumps, my brain, in their offices, but also just within their farming, because obviously it's organic, you're not using fertilizers that are harmful for the environment, and talking about their fleet who deliver boxes moving towards electric. And in the meantime, while that's happening, because it's logistically a challenging thing to do, looking at alternatives. I think the thing that I'm getting the most out of this podcast is just the information, because I find this fascinating. I'm just obviously very, very interested in sustainability and the environment and business and all of it in general, and how it all interlinks, because it is all interlinked. We live in a capitalist world, so it's impossible to not think about the environment without thinking about business, and that is going to be integral to the change in the future. But it's also interesting because I can think of things that I can do personally in my own business. It's interesting if you run a business or if you work in an office and you have a role which can implement change, then it's an interesting podcast to listen to think about what you could implement in your own office. If you're a CEO, if you are somebody who has that influence, you can introduce things like recycling bins if they aren't there already. I think sometimes it can be alienating when you think about sustainable development or goals or changes, and you think, well, what influence do I have? But if everyone thought about it, what they can do personally within their industry with what they're doing daily, real change could happen. And that's why I'm finding this very inspiring, because you're learning from industry experts a perspective that you don't always hear. Like, I don't know what companies like Able and Cole are doing daily to improve. When I have these conversations with companies, they tell me about all their innovations and the things that they're trying to do more sustainably. And it impresses me so much, because I think you have thought of every little detail. You're really getting into the nitty gritty of what you do as a business, and you're trying to reduce. And it's so interesting. It's so fascinating. And that's where innovations happen. So, yeah, it's kind of like that little insight that you wouldn't know unless you were speaking directly to them. And if you didn't know who One Carbon World are, they're basically a carbon neutral not-for-profit organisation. And basically what they do is they offer advice and support at measuring greenhouse gas emissions, reducing them, and they do this around the world. They're even doing it for COP this year. So they operate in 32 countries, and they've already secured a commitment for reducing and compensating 20 million tonnes of CO2 from the atmosphere. So yeah, they help lots of different businesses and people of all different sizes to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So go check it out. I won't babble on any more about it. I need to get on. I need to do my hair and get dressed. I'm going to continue listening as I get ready, but I'll leave it linked below. There's so much information in there. You can pick and choose the podcast that interests you. There's over 20 industry experts. It's such a unique insight into the world of sustainability and what businesses are doing and what we can all be doing. So go check it out, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have a listen and what you thought.
Food Guardian, big shout to Anya, who does a sterling job finding a good home for anything that we can't pack in our boxes.
Right, so we're dressed and it's time to reset. I'm doing a December reset. It is the start of December and it has been chaos around here trying to get Vlogmas ready, but the house has paid the price. We also haven't finished the decorating, so I'm treating today as my day to get everything done. It's Sunday today, so we're back. I think we're back being live with the videos. So like the first few Vlogmas videos were like ahead of time. we're now live again. So this, I think you'll be watching this on Monday. So we need to reset. I need to finish the decorations because they're just sitting on in the hallway. While I've done the Christmas tree, I've done the garland. I need to hang the garland in the living room. I need to put any like kind of bits around the house. And I need to tidy because it is chaos. So I'm gonna set a timer for half an hour to do a quick whiz upstairs where I fold, make the bed, or change the bed even maybe, and basically just tidy. And then I'm gonna hoover. So that I should be able to do that in half an hour because it's fine upstairs. And then I'll do the same. I break it up into bits so it feels like I can actively do it. And then I have a little break in between. So if you're someone who struggles with tidying, to get into the routine, to find the motivation, then set yourself a timer. And I'm gonna listen to the One Carbon World podcast because I have one more episode to listen to. I'm gonna make myself a coffee and I'm already energetic. I'm just in that mood, can you tell? Do I even need another coffee? I don't think so. I think let's just go upstairs. Who wants to see the cutest thing in the world? No, you've gotta stay there, it's so cute. So we put the chairs from downstairs into the bedroom. Oh, big stretch. And Roxy loves being under things. I think maybe her previous owners crate trained her because she loves being enclosed, and in our old house, you used to sleep under the bed because we used to have a bed that you could climb underneath. This one you can't. So we thought, let's try and create a little cave for her. So we put her dog bed under that and she loves it. And I think it's warm, isn't it? It's nice and cozy. And I think that this bed, I think this chair looks really cute in this corner with our lovely wallpaper. If you didn't see the bedroom makeover, I will link it. I haven't done the final reveal yet because we haven't got a radiator yet, but yeah. Does anyone else have to make their bed around their little kitty cat? I'm gonna try, and he may run away. He may run away. Mightn't you, Zeusy? Let's hope he stays. Look, we're matching, Zeus. Yes! I'll try and be really gentle so that you don't get scared. I promise. It's okay, I'm just making the bed, that's all. Just a few little pulls here and there, that's all, little Zeusy. Another thing that you're going to give me motivation to do this Vlogmas is do the final bits in here. This lamp unfortunately broke when making a bed. It fell off and broke, and we've tried to fix it to no avail. So, well, we're going to try again, and if it does fail again, we're going to have to get new lamps, which is really annoying. But this one I think we can just put somewhere else and just get two matching ones for in here. The picture hung up here fell off, and you can see I'm so devastated because it's kind of, basically what it's done is it's pulled out the plaster beneath, which is annoying. I don't really know why because we use like quite a good picture hook. So I'm gonna hang it slightly higher, which actually kind of works out quite well because a lot of you said at the time that I hung them too low because it's kind of covered a little bit. So we'll raise them a little bit and try again, but it needs to be done. And then there's one tiny patch on the ceiling that we filled and then never sanded when we did this room. So we'll also do that. And I think that'll be quite fun and motivating because it's been a long time since we started this bedroom, but you'll motivate me. There's also things like in this bedroom, which I showed the garage in the last video, or one of the last videos, and lots of you said that you're new, so it's quite nice. So this is our spare bedroom that's pink, and we need to hang pictures in here too, because as you can see, it's just propped. So I need to get a little side table and then hang this picture here. But there's some pictures down here that need hanging, and here. So I'll do a full video where we catch up on all these things. And then this bedroom, oh wow. So when we got those lights put up downstairs, this is all the brown paper. And this is something I'd really recommend if you get a delivery with lots of brown paper. It's surprising how much you can use for Christmas presents. So what I do is I will unravel it all and then flatten it out and fold it. And I know it's very creased, but when you put like a present, when you wrap a present and you put a ribbon on it, it almost adds to the look, like crumpled, the paper being crumpled, and it means you don't have to buy any brown paper. I never buy wrapping paper, ever, because I always save wrapping from deliveries. Anyway, this room, we have to hang those pictures. Do you love our curtains? I feel like I tried to keep this a secret. I was like, oh look, we've got new curtains, but didn't actually show you, because this is another room that we have pretty much finished, but I haven't done the final video yet. We need to do a trim around the door because it doesn't look finished, so it needs to have like the kind of trim going up here and across. And also I want to make a bigger thing of this gallery wall. It just feels not enough. And Alex got his base out of the attic, which he said he was going to take up again. In the 12 years, 12? We met in 2010. 13, wait. Has it been 13 years? We met in September 2010. It's been 13 years. Wow. He has never played the bass. Before he met me, he was in a band where he played the bass. And then when he met me, he had his bass in his room and I was like, wow, that's so cool, you should play it for me sometime. Never happened. So we'll see. Timer has gone off and that is the upstairs done. I find it so motivating. The upstairs is done. Let's take the vacuum to charge. And now I'm gonna have a break because I'm tired. Another top tip for your reset or to-do list is to get a husband, because he does them for you. I wrote washing up on my list and you've already done it.
Oh.
Thanks.
That's what you could do if you want.
So what other things might you do on this list, Alex? So I can tick washing up.
I needed to go next door because I needed to play video games today.
So I've tidied upstairs, I've hoovered upstairs, and Alex has done the washing up. So that's really good. Maybe you could hang the outdoor lights if you wanted to do that today. Huh?
Oh, right.
I want to hang some like on the trees or something. Or on the front of the house.
Did we keep those nails from last year?
Nails?
We had those like icicle.
Yeah, they should still be in the wall. Oh yeah, we have to get up on a ladder to do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, if I work my way through this list, then we could totally do that later on. Or do the ones around the front, you know, the tree.
Yeah.
Basically gather all the lights and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Because maybe I could do the garland this evening.
Garland. Oh yeah.
Because it will be dark and you want to kind of do the stuff outside when it's still light.
Yeah.
See how I get on with my... Sorry, I was just itching my leg in the most strange way. I'm going to have this coffee that my husband made me. And go and sit and watch some Kardashians.
Cool, because he loved silk. Corey is an amazing entrepreneur. He's always working on something and he loves fashion.
Bobby. You cozy little puppy. Really noticing how cold it is now because all Roxy ever wants to do is curl up in a ball underneath a rug right next to me. What time is it? It's 11:30. I'm feeling quite hungry, but I feel like I could do a push of a half an hour timer. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the kitchen and the living room, tidy and hoover, and then have lunch. So let's set our timer and get it done. Slightly different from this morning, look at that. The sock that Roxy dropped. Just continually tidying around my pets. My house for sure would be a lot cleaner, but it wouldn't be as cosy, would it? It wouldn't be as full of life. We've got Bobby a Lily's Kitchen advent, what Alex did. So let's do day, what day is it today? 3? Bobby, what's this? What is it? Right, we've done number 2, we've done number 1. Where's number 3? Come on, up. Not. We can't see you, Bobby. You're so lazy. Do you not want to get up for your treat? What's this? What's this? She is the most lazy, lethargic dog.
You'll just feed it to her.
She does. It's just, she is the princess of princesses. Come on, you've got to come get it. Come on. What's this? She also is the most gentle eater. Like she has to sniff it. Oh, look at you. You happy? Well, Daddy's gonna take you out. Is Daddy gonna take you out? Are you ready to take her out? Yeah. Bobby, do you wanna go on a walkies? What's happening? Are you tired? Do you wanna go on a walkies? Do you wanna go on a walkies? Alex, she's not even responding.
Because it's wet out.
I don't know. Sometimes I think she doesn't. So we say that phrase a lot, but Alex has ruined it because he'll say that and he'll spend half an hour doing stuff. So I don't think she trusts. She doesn't go off the words anymore. She's smarter than that. She goes off the movement. So because I'm sitting down like this and Alex is nowhere to be seen, she's like, well, you're saying that, but it's not true. So maybe you need to say it and get her harness. She goes way more off of like, if I put my coat on or my shoes on.
She's analysing.
Say it.
Do you want to go on a walkies?
So now she's trusting. See? Now you know. Oops.
Yeah? Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't like that.
She hates getting her harness on. She knows she has to, but she hates it.
Here it comes. You can keep the
Oh, Bobby, you hate it.
There we go.
She's always hated having her harness put over her head for some reason. And then the click is to initiate excitement. That's the kitchen relatively tidy. Once those are dry, I'll hang those as well. I do want to create like a little bit of a Christmassy table setup because right now that looks a bit boring. But yeah, nice and tidy kitchen. We just need a loaf of bread in there if Alex makes one. And now I need to tackle this because This is all the foliage that we foraged the other day. Here's the reindeer. And then here's all the Christmas decorations that need to go up. Here's the ribbon and the table that we took out the living room, so we need to find a place for the table. I think it could go, we could stay in this hallway, or it could go upstairs in the spare bedroom, and then I need to put this plant somewhere. I think I'm gonna put the plant back in the living room actually. Where does he go? If he goes there, he'll die because it's dark. He was here. Maybe I'll put him in the window. This poinsettia Alex bought has fully died. The amount of leaves that just fell off. And there goes my timer as well, which is good timing because I actually have finished that job. I'm gonna move him and put him somewhere around here, though he has kind of died, which is sad. But I'm gonna pop this guy here. He might need a water. Oh, I just love him. He's grown so much. I want to get more of these next year because they're just so gorgeous. They're just so beautiful, and they have those lovely pink flowers in the summer. This plant is probably our oldest plant. He's very dusty. He is our oldest plant and he's never grown. It's so funny because he's fully alive, but he never grows. He just stays the same size. It's so confusing. That looks good for this guy. Odd having both plants together. If Santa came down. Oh, I know. He can go up here, cover the Sonos a little bit. Maybe one of the candles can go up there to cover. I'll move him there. These roses are dead. Does that look good? He is crooked. He's not in the middle. Let's fold this rug up. Now Roxy's not cuddled in it. It's kind of pointless because this piano is going to go into the hallway when we finish decorating, but that looks quite cute, I think. The Father Christmas is kind of hiding how dead the poinsettia is. Poinsettia. I've always heard it as poinsettia, and then someone pointed out it's actually poinsettia. But literally I've said it my whole life, poinsettia, and I feel like everyone else says poinsettia. Maybe it's an accent thing that I've just misheard. Look how beautiful that low winter sun is. I do think this time of year is so gorgeous for that because it just streams through. This kitchen's the kind of kitchen that when it's gloomy, it's so dark, but when it's sunny, it's so beautiful. In this living room as well. It just feels so gorgeous when the light comes through and Bobby gets to sunbathe. Did you enjoy your walk? Was it fun? You look a little bit wet. Good girl. So temporarily we've got our little table, and in the new year I will get another table when this goes back into the living room because I love this, and then we just need to hang this picture. Whether to have the picture just like above the table. No, I think it's better to be central, right? You can't really see, you're too low down to like actually be on the wall, right? You could do it quite low. Love this picture. And then it makes like a really cozy little nook. This candle I feel could look cute. And then I think I need to fill that with some flowers. But yeah, cozy little corner. This was our wreath that garland, sorry, that used to go up the stairs. And I thought that's quite cute.
That's very cute.
Yeah. The second we decided to go and do the lights, it started to rain. So that's halted for a minute. So I'm gonna do the inside fireplace garland instead. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain for that long, do you think? You could do like 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our rough structure. We've just done 4 nails behind the frame and they can just stay there, and now I'm just gonna fluff it out with loads of other foliage and berries and stuff like that, oranges, so that the strings are covered and it's a little bit more secure. I'm slightly paranoid that one day it's just gonna completely fall apart, but hopefully if I like add more stuff I can add more string and make it just more on there. But it does look really pretty actually. Literally so in love with this. I feel like I've discovered a new like hobby that I really enjoy. I could just keep going. So I've added all the oranges that I made the other day, loads of the berries. I made the error of not putting the lights on first, so if you are doing this, put your base on and then put the lights on. Also, someone gave me a great recommendation. They are a florist and they commented on the video the other day, and they basically said to hang a wire or a string and where you're going to put the garland rather than doing it on a table, and then you make the bunches like I was making in the other video, and then you attach it straight to the string where it's going to be. So you create your first bunch and then just add it in situ. Otherwise you end up with this long garland that you then have to lift and then put in place, which makes so much more sense, and next year I will definitely do that. All of these are also just balancing. Again, probably a florist would say to actually attach it with like wire and stuff, and maybe when we have the fire on, maybe midway through Vlogmas I'll be reporting back that this entire thing has fallen, which if it does then I will learn my lesson and I will obviously do better and, you know, learn how to do it better. But I'm just so happy that this is literally entirely foraged from down the road and in my garden. It's just, and I've also made these oranges. It just feels like such a satisfying thing, and I could keep adding more and more and more. But look how great it looks next to the tree. I'm just gonna have to do this every single year now. I've trod on loads of berries and I probably got it all over the whatchamacallit. I literally think it looks incredible. The only other thing I'm tempted to add so it matches the tree is some ribbon, but I worry is that gonna go overboard because you want them to feel like different from one another. I can't decide. I think if I was to add ribbon, I would want it to be red. I'm not sure that white fits the vibe, so for example, it does look cute, but no, I think it would have to be red. I'm literally treading on all of these berries. If I was to do this again, I would put a bin liner down so that it can catch all the rubbish, because I've made a mess. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think it needs ribbon. I think that that looks gorgeous. Look how festive. Got all of our little icicle lights and our beautiful front door light with the garland. We just need to get some for this Christmas tree, but so festive. Next, I want to put some on these trees. Oh, you're a bit wet. Right, would you help me with the batteries? You're the battery boy. I'm the garland girl. Battery boy, garland girl. Okay, so how do I attach this? I guess I need some string. So I actually cannot get over how incredible this looks. Like, this looks so unbelievably real. and now I get the hype when it comes to Balsam Hill. I've just zhuzhed it up a lot, but this is just stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. And it goes all the way up the stairs. I've like done it at the top like that because obviously it meets the wall, and then kind of wrapped it round but tried to wrap things. I've just used string. I know some people use cable ties, but that just seems a bit... I just used string that I had. But it just is stunning, and it's got a timer.
It does look, wow.
Doesn't it look great? So our next job is to paint this hallway so it's a nice hallway for Christmas.
Golly.
In the new year we'll do the staircase. We'll like paint the stairs and upstairs and stuff.
For the past few days I've been forgetting. I've been like walking around in the dark.
Look at that.
But I'm like, oh, I can't, where's the thing? I can't see it. And I forget that we can now turn lights on when it's dark.
Yeah.
Which we haven't been able to do for 6 months.
It's annoying that there's a hole there when we had it replastered.
Yeah, I didn't think of that one.
We'll fix it.
I'll be able to fill it in.
So yeah, I think this Vlogmas 100% we're going to paint because it's only one more coat because I've done the first coat. Maybe we need to put something under here. Let me know if you have any ideas what we should put here, because it's kind of a dead space. Maybe a cozy little chair or something could be cute, because when you're like, I don't know, or a plant. No, a plant would die. I need to like Google what people put under the stairs because there's no space. You can't really put a cupboard there because of the door. So, but what furniture, what things should we put there? Let me know what you think. Maybe just look like a table with a lamp. Alex just said he's going to give me a Vlogmas present.
You probably don't know what it is.
What? Oh, when did you get that?
The other day.
The other day.
Yeah.
But I was so desperate for a sweet treat last night.
I forgot. you were getting annoyed at me earlier, but I did forget.
Bendix, by the way, is accidentally vegan, and they are my favourite chocolate
like
in the world.
the round ones?
Yeah, it's quite
No.
good because Alex likes the ones I don't like. So I like these and these, and Alex likes these and these. So I like the ones with the creaminess in them, and you like the ones that are chocolate with just the flavour of mint.
I like them all, but I like those ones.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, these are not the best ones.
I think I don't like the ones where it's too much
No, it's these ones.
mint on the inside. Yeah, I agree with those.
Because they're creamier. Right, time to sign off the vlog. It's been a long one. I think it's going to be like an hour long. Tell them what emoji to leave down below if they've watched to the end.
Poo.
No! Well, okay, poo emoji.
No, because that's probably not good.
No, you'll probably get demonetised.
I don't know, YouTube probably doesn't think it's good if your comments are full of poo. What emoji? What emoji? Oh, yeah.
It's not that deep, hun.
Sorry, hun. Chocolate bar?
A chocolate bar, that's a good one. Leave me a chocolate bar if you've watched to the end. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share the video. Let me know if you are watching, tag me on Instagram, and share the video because it really matters a lot to the channel. If you love the channel, if you love watching my videos, then it really, really supports it, especially during Vlogmas, and I will appreciate you forever and ever. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.